The ambition test. The ambition test. The ambition test. So number 8, the ambition test is she asked questions about his career goals and future plans. Now y'all know this test. This is not a subtle test. This is to see, okay, where are you at in life? Where are you at in life? Where are you at in life? So women are asking these questions to see, what are you doing? What you got going on? Do you have the ability to take care of her? Do you have the ability to contribute? Do you have the ability to be something more than just whatever? They're trying to see what you got going on. That's exactly what women are doing. They want to know what you got going on in your life, whether you're an ambitious man. Women you don't need to be a final product or a finished product. I think that's something that people say a lot, like, oh, I need to be a final. No, you don't need to be a final product. No. She just needs to believe in where you're going. She needs to see motion. She needs to see that, okay, you're getting to where you say you're getting to. Some men will say, I'm going to be, I want to be an NFL star, and they're 42. It's like, okay, well, that's not likely. Can't say it's impossible, but it's not likely that at now 42, you've been having these dreams of being an NFL star, and you've never been drafted. You've never gotten into a D1 school. You don't have to necessarily get into a D1 school, but you weren't drafted. There was no talks of being drafted. You've been trying out every 3 years for the last 20 years, and you still haven't gotten in, and we're still talking about the same thing. No, it's about, do I believe in your vision? If you telling me a vision, I believe in it. Do I believe in it? Do I believe in the fact that you have a way of being whoever you say you want to be? Do I believe in the vision that you have for your life? Are you a man that's working? Are you a man that has the ability to be a provider? Are you somebody who is not lazy? Somebody who is productive? That is something women care about. Looking for daddy energy. I've said this before. I call it daddy energy, which is protector and provider. You're looking for somebody who has that energy, somebody that naturally, yes, they've got things going on for themselves. Yes, they're ambitious. Yes, you don't have to be up under them for them to, or on top of them to get them to work or to get them to be productive in life. They have that self-awareness and that self-motivation to get things done. That is a very attractive quality. That is not everybody. Not everybody has that. Right? So again, women do this all the time. They just want to see, do you have motion? And can I believe in your motion? Do you have motion? And can I believe? Can I sink my teeth into your motion? Not everybody, we can't always do that. Hold on. Y'all, where are we at? We at number 8 or I think we're at number 8. It's number 9. Number 9. The social dynamics test. I think we're at number 9. Social dynamics test. Introducing him to friends or family. Friends first, usually. It's going to be friends. Introducing him to friends and observing how he interacts with their friends. I want to see how you interact with my friends. I think some people, they care more about how that friendship dynamic is than others. I'm one of them women at some point, not in the beginning. Over time, when we more locked in, I'll bring you around loved ones of mine to see how you respond. My family, I'm a family type of woman. I love family. I'm very close to my friends. And so for me personally, how somebody interacts with the people I love the most is very important to me. If they're rude, if they're disengaged, if they feel like they're too good to communicate with them, that is a complete turnoff. That is a complete, I cannot describe to you how much of a turnoff that is. It is a huge turnoff. Huge. When someone is not, how do I say? They do not interact with your family members well. That is a huge turnoff. So when somebody starts introducing you to friends, or they bring their friends around, because that's usually going to be the first person, or their sister or their brother, somebody that they're close to see how you respond to their loved ones. How does this work? People that are more family oriented are going to bring you around their family quicker because they have a closer relationship with their family, right? And so that might not be as weird, but at the end of the day, that's going to be a later test, I would assume. Some people, like I said, if they're closer, it might not be that, you might not be crazy within the first 6 months that you meet their family member, right? And that is a test to see how you interact. How do you interact with their family? You want to evaluate. Where are we here? Oh. You want to evaluate. Sorry, I got thrown off here. You want to evaluate how he handles meeting your family. That is very, 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 very important. You want to make sure that this person is compatible with your circle, that they're adaptable in the settings that you bring them in. These are very important things, important qualities if you're looking for a partner, especially somebody who values their loved ones in that way. Not everybody cares about whether they family or they friends like a person, but a lot of women do care. And so that is going to be a test. That is going to be a test that you might get put on. And y'all, here's number 10. Here's the last test. The handling interruptions test. This is a good one. I'm going to look at this a little bit differently than what the thing is. Handling interruptions is how do they handle phone calls? How do they handle getting text messages? How do they handle that on a date? Now, they might observe whether or not you're on your phone the whole time. Like, you're on this date, but you're not engaged. You're not trying to start conversation. They're just on their phones, scrolling through social media while they're with you. That is completely a turnoff. Completely a turnoff. Okay, so they're observing how you handle your phone. They're observing how you treat the date, the attention that you're giving them on the date. Like, that matters. Now, yes, if a woman's more attracted to you, she's going to give you more passes. But if a woman is not as attracted to you, there's not going to be that many passes. But they are watching how you conduct yourself and how engaged you are, even when there's interruptions that come into the situation. Are you going to be respectful? Or are you going to be like, no, forget you, I'm going to be on this phone the entire time that you're here? Like, no. Like, and somebody said, Timothy said, it depends on why they're on the phone. I agree. I 100% agree with you. Depends on why they're on the phone. Why are you picking up the call? That's true. But at the end of the day, like, it's a very rude thing, in my opinion. It's rude. When someone's on their phone, like we're going on a date or something like that, and they're on their phone the whole time, I'm like, why are we here? What do we do? What are we doing? It's a turn off. It's a turn off. And again, you can have a great reason to be on your phone, and that's okay. But when you're always on your phone on the date, yeah, no, it's not it. I know guys I'm sure guys, y'all feel that way too. If you go take a girl on a date and she on her phone the whole time and she's not engaged and she's not giving you certain energy, that is going to feel some type of way. It just is. So it's very important, to be attentive on a date when you're giving somebody their time. I'm gonna give you guys one more and we're gonna call it a night. Respect for time test. The respect for time test. The respect for time test. This is a bonus one, y'all. Respect for time test. This is where she's paying attention to whether he's on time, whether he respects her schedule, whether he's trying to plan things in advance, or is everything at the last minute. Just those little things. Especially, I want to do a live at some point about me dating as a single mother. I can't do things at the last minute. I can't do it. So for me personally, if someone is always doing things at the last minute, they're not like asking my schedule, they're not trying to figure out what do I have going on? Like, hey, I know you have a child. Like, what's your schedule like? Let's get together. Like the intentionality behind that, being respectful of someone's time. If you're always late, if you're, I said in the last one, if you're on your phone the whole time and you're not really respecting my time. And again, just respecting her schedule, respecting time. That's just what it is. Like, I want my time to be respected, and I want to respect your time. Like, if you're only hit me up and it's like, last minute, like, oh, what you doing tonight? I need time in this situation to be able to make plans for childcare. If I can come out, like, I'm not gonna be able to come out like last minute. So it's very important that like someone respects your time. Men, this is for you as well. The woman's not respecting your time. If she's always late, if she's like always rescheduling, if it feels very like, I don't know how to describe it, but very disrespectful, that's not the person for you. You got to respect someone. We don't have so much time. Let me end here. We just don't have time to be out here. I think a lot of us, we just act like we just got time and time and time and time. We don't. Time is limited. It's a limited resource, and we do not know when our time expires. We just don't. I told you earlier that on Monday, I dropped my dog off to the vet, and I had all intentions of picking my puppy back up. And I didn't. She didn't make it through the day. I say this to say that it's so important for us to value time. Value your time. I don't care who it is. I don't care what they got going on. I don't care what they look like. If someone is not valuing their time, they're not valuing you. Because I've learned the hard way that time is so important. Time is so important. You don't want to look back on time and regret it. And there are things that I regret about the time I spent with my puppy, even though I only had 3 months with her. But there are things that I allowed to get to me that I wish I didn't. There's places where I lost patience and I shouldn't have. It's a very quiet live tonight. You've seen the last lives. You'll see that I had a puppy there with me. Tonight I don't have that. My puppy's gone. Take your time seriously. And if somebody is not valuing your time, they don't value you. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become Framily, okay? Friends that are family. Okay, join my Framily today.